and gave them out to people that I liked.
All right, tell me. This is Jim Horgan, poet laureate of the world, and tell me about this book here. How you found it, and
this little well-worn book is called God Calling.
Yeah.
And it's a daily inspirational, edited by a gentleman named a.j.russell. It's about two women is where the material came from. Two women that actually proposed. They were living in England.
Yeah.
And they were very much in need. They were barely making it. They proposed that they would pray for answers to Christ himself and see if he might indeed actually talk to them. And as the story goes, he did. Each morning during their prayer time, they would ask him for inspiration, and a voice would actually happen.
And they both heard this voice.
And they both heard the voice. One of them had enough sense to take out notepad and pen and write down the inspiration each day that this happened.
I love this book, the way this is. Look at how beat up it is and everything. You must have had this book for a long time.
Yeah, this for about 180 years.
They'd hear the voice of Christ
and he would give
every
them
day,
inspiration.
And he'd give them inspiration every day, and this one woman would write it down. Now tell me how you found this book.
There was a second-hand store in Newport, Oregon, right on the coast. And I always wound up there a little bit early for some reason. So I'd be waiting outside of the store, small second-hand store. A really neat lady owned it. She was, I believe, Episcopalian. I'm not sure. She was really, really neat. She had a glow about her. She'd give you whatever you needed from the store if your money was low. She was quite the lady. She had a copy of this book, God Calling, in the front window of this second-hand store, a hardback copy.
Yeah.
Each day, she'd make sure that it was turned to the page for that particular date. So looking through the window, I would read that day's inspiration.
Yeah.
And it never failed that day's inspiration fit like a glove with my problems or what my joys, whatever's going on in my life. That book fit like a glove. It amazed me. Many mornings I was early and I would read it. Finally, one day I asked her about it, and she said that book was really, really special to her. Long story short, she got me my first copy of it. This is today's inspiration. We're at March 27th. Go forward. Rest in me, quiet in my love, strong in my power. Think what it is to possess a power greater than any earthly force, a sway greater and more far-reaching than that of any earthly king. No invention, no electricity, no magnetism, no gold could achieve 1/1,000,000th part of all that you can achieve by the powers of my spirit. Just think. All that moment means. Go forward. You are only beginning the new life together. Joy, joy, joy. March 27th.
And that's today's date. It's March 27th. So that's the word for today. You know, as you're reading this, I'm thinking, you know, we're really here to redeem each other. This is a 100-mile view here out the window.
And it's actually 220 miles.
You've walked it, right?
That's what it is.
Okay, this is Jim Horgan on the Comstock reading from God Calling.